What up, everybody? Zeta Zulu back at it again with another review for you. Today we're taking a look at the 1-144 HgAc Oz Mobile Suit Leo. Now, this is a fairly newer model kit, Gunpla or whatever, coming out from Bandai from the series Gundam Wing, and I have to say, I have fallen in love with this thing just over the simple fact that it's so posable and so movable, and the build was so simple but still so satisfying. And here's a really good plus: 0 stickers. Like, this kit comes with no stickers. All of this is done with separate pieces of plastic, and while it may not look like it's a lot, it still gives you a very good, accurate looking Leo mobile suit. Now this is basically the equivalent of the Zaku in the Gundam Wing universe. So you can basically army build these guys and it will look like a very impressive army basically. So let's go over posability. In the head, there's not a lot, like it's on a single ball joint in there, but if you pull it up, you can pull it off, but you can see the ball joint, and it's very limited because of this piece right here. It gets kind of stuck in the grooves in there, but it can wiggle around a little bit, so you can get some side to side, up and down. The shoulders, they're on a hinge joint, so they can come out. They can move out. Well, they're also on ball joints, but they can move out about that far, and you can get that nice 360. The arm would stay on. Now, one thing that's weird to me about this kit, it is limited on polycaps. You get one small plate of polycaps that is just 6 little ball joints, and none of them are in like the places you think they are. But you get the bicep rotation, over 90-degree bend in the elbow, and that's just on a single joint, and that's awesome. A ball jointed wrist, so you get the rotation, wiggle, all that good stuff. Now there's essentially a double ball joint kind of going on up in this chest. Like, you get one here, and actually no, you get the one ball joint in here, and then you have the rotation, so that gets you a lot of wiggle in your waist area, some nice crunch, some nice arc. Just really nice. You get a nice rotation. You can't get really 360 just because of how it's put together kind of in this area, but you get nice range of motion, and then you can use the upper ab, or kind of the ab ball joint, to get that 360 if you really want it. Now, the front skirt armor is on ball joints, and what I was really surprised about is they actually tell you to separate them in the instructions. Usually they leave it as a buyer's choice option. They tell you to separate them. That's that stuff that I like. Side skirt is on a simple ball joint, so move out a little bit, rotate, some nice stuff. The legs, they can go forward that far. Hold on, let me move front skirt up. That does help in getting more forward. You can go back about that far. Then go out to the side pretty far. And then you get a rotation at the thigh, but it's a little bit limited just because of how bulky the thigh is, but you do get some nice motion out of it. You get a really nice double jointed knee, which, ooh, that is a good 180, and I love it. Now the ankle is where it gets a little bit weird. Not weird and not super bad, but it's hard for me to really utilize it. It is in a hinge up here, so it can go, let me focus again, so it can go forward and back, but because of this is limiting it. But like, if you were to move it up, you can get really far back and kind of far forward, only being stopped by the ball joint here, which is what the ankle armor is connected to. And I want to make sure I just get that right. And that's just on a ball joint, so it kind of just floats around and moves as you need it to. The foot itself is just on a simple ball joint, so you can wiggle around, rotate, tilt, basically all the basic stuff you'll need. So he's a very posable guy. Like, you can get what you want out of him, and he looked pretty good doing it. Like, I just love this little guy. It's great. Accessory wise, he does not come with a whole lot, but it's essentially all you really need for a base grunt Leo suit. So comes with this little physical rifle. It's called a 105mm rifle, I think, in the instructions. And it just plugs nicely into his hands, like so. So now he can straight arm fire it. Or, what they do show you in the instructions, you can use his pose ability to get his arm to hold it with two hands, or take off the hand cover, bring this handle out a little bit, get his hand in there, and then place the hand cover, which is a little hard to do on camera. Let me get my actual eyes on it. There we go. Just looking at it through the viewfinder. So yeah, now I can hold it with two hands and get the good stability and accuracy that he needs to shoot at them Gundams. Now, the other accessories he comes with are a shield, which, to put this on, well, first I'll show you the shield. Just a nice circular shield. You may see a little bit of a super glue residue and whatnot. That's because when snapping mine together, this is a thing you should be aware of. Don't put your pressure here. That'll snap this handle. And me trying to super glue it back together from just the initial snap where it was still attached, just completely snapped off. So I just had to coat everything in glue, and then the glue got everywhere, seeped through here. That's my only mess up in this build, which, yeah, man, sometimes accidents happen. Just deal with them and move on. Like, I can honestly live without the handle because he can't even hold it, but you take off his shoulder armor, which I should have included as articulation. This just rotates all around on just a simple peg whole system, kind of. So you take that off, and now you attach this one by essentially clipping it around the shoulder where the old armor was clipped around. And voila, he has a shield, and that can go up, up, down, rotate on the ball joint in here, and yeah. The shield can also house his last set of accessories, his beam sabers, which are just kind of basic, just cylinder beam sabers. You do get two of them, and you also get two clear pink beams to go with them, so that's really nice. And they can either plug into the hand very nicely, or they can plug into the shield very nicely. I just have to be careful of mine because of the handle here, as I said, did break, and the pink beams just fit in simply to the handles. Voila. And now you have your Leo essentially all armed up, ready for the front lines, ready to handle anything that comes to disrupt the peace Oz is kind of not really made, but kind of enforced. Trust me, guys, he can stand. It's just doesn't want to act good for the camera. Now, let me get him standing up straight, because before we end this review, we're just going to do a few size comparisons to some other kits. Yeah, he doesn't need his beam saber for this comparison. So, first off, one of the other HgAc kits, and the first thing you see the Leo fight, the Wing Gundam. Now this kit came out, oh man, I want to say, God, 2018, 2012, almost 6 years ago maybe. This kit could have been a 2014 kit, but like, it did come out a long time ago, and this is not outdated engineering by any means, but these two do look really good together. And then we'll compare it to kind of the granddaddy mobile suit of all mobile, well, not of all mobile suits, but of the granddaddy Gundam, the RX-78-2. And as you can see, mobile suits from the Wing era are a bit shorter than UC mobile suits. But yeah, that was the HgAc HgAc Leo. I really I like this thing way more than I honestly should. This is way cooler than it has any right to be, and I can't wait to buy various remolds for a Space Leo or a Virgo and Mercurius. Like, this mold can be so many things from the Wing line or from the Wing series, and I can't wait to see what Bandai does with this. Like, they already did something for Build Divers, making a unique grunt mold for that, which kind of fixes the head problem, since I don't believe it has this little square piece, and it's kind of just a dome head, so it looks like it should be able to rotate. I don't know. I'll have mine in probably like a month or two, so I'll review it for you guys. But yeah, this is Zeta Zulu and the Leo signing out. Deuces.